欢迎来到绘本大集合 English version Antarctic Mission, Ernest Shackleton, Jonty, Gentoo, and the Mighty Machines. Right then, everyone, Ernest Shackleton said calmly from the front of the ship. It's time. The Antarctic mission begins. This was not an ordinary journey, and Ernest was not traveling alone. On the ship stood a whole team of vehicles, securely fastened and ready for the long trip south. There was Scramble, the garbage truck, who liked things clean and tidy. There's always a way through a mess, he liked to say. Next to him was Brick, the bulldozer, strong and practical. If something blocks the way, he believed, it can be removed. Lifty, the loader, stood nearby, careful and precise. He enjoyed lining things up and working together. And then there was Patch, the construction truck who planned ahead. Strong paths make long journeys possible, he often reminded the team. The ship continued its journey south. The sea slowly darkened. The air turned colder with every mile. Soon, pieces of ice drifted quietly across the water. Then slowly, the ship stopped. The ice ahead was too thick to move through safely. When the vehicles were unloaded at the Antarctic bags, they saw a problem at once. Supplies were scattered everywhere. Broken boards lay across the ground. There were no clear paths to walk and build. This will be difficult, said Lifty softly. Yes, Patch agreed. Nothing can begin like this. Out on the ice, a small black and white figure slipped into the sea. It was Jonty Gentoo. Jonty had been traveling too. He wanted to reach the true penguin home in Antarctica, so he swam steadily, following the cold water south. But after a while, everything looked the same. White ice, gray sky, endless sea. Jonty slowed down. He paused and looked around. Am I still going the right way? He wondered. Back at the base, Ernest took a moment to think. He looked at the ice ahead, then at the confusion around him. We're not moving forward yet, he said gently. First, we put things in order. The vehicles got to work. Grumble collected rubbish and cleared space. Brick moved heavy pieces out of the way. Lifty staked supplies carefully. Patch marked safe paths and solid ground. Slowly, the bags began to change. The ground cleared. The space made sense. Everything had its space. Out at sea, Jonty did the same. He stopped swimming. He watched the wind. He followed the current instead of rushing. There, he said quietly. That's south. A few days later, the ice shifted. The path ahead opened. The ship was ready to move again. The bags stood strong. The vehicles waited proud and steady. Jonty reached the land of penguins where familiar shapes welcomed him home. Ernest watched the horizon and smiled, because he understood something important. Adventures are not about moving fast. They are about knowing when to stop and letting everyone do what they do best. So, what did we learn today? Ernest showed us how to lead by caring for others. Jonty reminded us to stop, look, and find the right direction. And the machines proved that teamwork clears the way forward. Remember, sometimes the bravest move is to slow down and prepare the road. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to follow or subscribe for more stories. This story is original and reimagined, inspired by picture books. See the full list in the info section.